Hello everyone. This is a step-by-step video on how to solo the Infinity Castle. The first things I want you to get is mist breathing, as it has a long stun for some of its moves. And it has an evasive to get out of combos. And it is the easier breathing to get. I also advise you to max out your Kendo mastery before prioritizing the other skill points for the breathing forms. If you're a hybrid or not, I recommend killing and carrying a Hashira to Akaza's Infinity Castle room. You can cheese Akaza. When he's going to execute the Hashira, you can cancel it and keep M1ing him on repeat. If you're a hybrid, you can also eat Hashira for HP. Giyu is going to be your fighting companion against Akaza. Whenever Akaza uses M2 while Giyu is holding block, Giyu ragdolls, and you are then able to M1 Akaza 5 or 4 times, depending on when Akaza ragdolls Giyu. Keep doing this on repeat until Akaza dies. If Akaza ragdolls away from Giyu, you can try to shoulder bash him right when he gets up. If you don't yet have the timing, you can let Akaza M2 you and give Giyu the chance to use light attacks on him. If Akaza is doing a barrage on Giyu, you can use a ranged attack to hit Akaza. Keep in mind that you do significantly less damage than Akaza. So do what you have to get Akaza as low as possible before Giyu dies. You can get Akaza as low as 50% before Giyu dies. Once Giyu dies, you can cancel Akaza's execution towards Giyu and hit him. If Akaza manages to eat Giyu, you can combo Akaza while he's on top of Giyu while he's disintegrating. Know that Akaza has 3 moves, which they all do the same damage. Constantly keep close to Akaza so that he doesn't do his far-ranged attacks. Akaza's barrage has a 10-second cooldown, so you can start off with 5 light attacks and a heavy attack to stun him, then do your desired combo on Akaza after. Make sure to dash towards him so that he doesn't do ranged attacks. After doing your combo, you have to block because he will do his barrage. After his barrage, you want to shoulder bash him and do the combos like before and repeat. Duma is pretty easy to defeat if you do these steps correctly. You can help Shinobu a bit by doing the same thing with Akaza and Giyu. When Duma's clones spawn, you want to lure Duma away from Shinobu to fight Duma himself. As you can see, Shinobu used a heavy attack on Duma and ragdolled him away. You want to deal as much damage as possible and keep him occupied while Shinobu deals with the clones. All of Duma's moves are cancelable. Duma is definitely easier to defeat than the other upper moons, but if you mess up a combo or let him hit you, he can do serious damage to the point where he can drain all your HP to 0. If Duma happens to do his ice veins, then you can jump over it and it will not hit you. But if somehow Duma is on top of his ice pillar, then get away from him as he will hit you with his ice vein, and it will leave you vulnerable. If you are a hybrid, then you can eat his clones when they are down like any other NPC. The Duma clones will eventually despawn, but they will show up again after a few seconds. Don't hesitate to use long-ranged moves on Duma and accidentally hit Shinobu. Just like I said during the Akaza part, you do significantly less damage than the Upper Moon. Once you have successfully killed Duma, what you can do is carry a clone that was down and you are able to bring him to Kokoshibo's fortress. Once you were teleported, drop the clone and both Sanemi and Kokoshibo will execute the clone. The clone will not disappear and it will stay that way as it was bugged from Duma being despawned and not the clone. You can combo him or do light attacks repetitively until he dies. You will still get experience from him if you do this method, but we are going to be focusing on how to defeat Kokoshibo without using the clone. Sanemi will be helping you, so we will do the same method as the other moons. Be very careful when going against Kokoshibo, because getting hit by one of his moves can lead to insane amounts of damage, and he could possibly combo off of that. All of his moves are blockable. He has 4 moves: Dark Moon, Calamitous Eddy, Catastrophe, and Mirror of Misfortune. When you are far away from Kokoshibo, he will use either Catastrophe or Mirror of Misfortune. The Catastrophe is the one which you want to avoid the most, because getting hit by that will resort to more than 100 plus HP loss from that single attack. But you are able to block his breathing forms. When fighting him, you want to run around in circles as close as a few 10 studs away from him, and he will use Calamitous Eddy. Once he uses this, you can then now combo him. I suggest getting far away from him after you combo, because he would randomly use Catastrophe or Mirror of Misfortune, even though you are close to him. As you can see, I got hit by Catastrophe and he did over 100 damage even when the move was close to ending. If you are close to him and he directly hits you with Catastrophe, then it could be fatal. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe, and if you have a question about something, then leave a comment in the comments section.